Here's Dan Shapiro to help you find your edge, master your process, and own your future.
Hey guys, good evening everybody. Good morning wherever you are in the world. Hope everybody is doing well. Welcome to another edition of the accesstrader.com weekend update show. It is actually 2 o'clock on Friday. The market today was half a day. It ended at 1 o'clock. My wife and daughter went to the most ungodly place on Black Friday to go shopping. Maybe they'll be back by next Arbor Day, next Flag Day at the latest. But hell no, I wasn't going to do it. So what I had to do was hit the charts, see where the value was, and hopefully we can make heads or tails of what's going on. And if you've been following along for a very, very long time, only just hell, even the last couple of weeks, we've been talking about the significance over the 50-day moving average, bullish, below the 50-day moving average, bearish. And if you've just been watching the broadcast for the last several weeks, we talked about that 598 level, losing the 50-day moving average, and market got smoked, right? Market got smoked, lost the 50-day, and the question was, well, how long were we going to be below? It wasn't a death sentence, but the question is, we could have been below 2 days, 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months, or going back into 2022, we could have been below the 50-day moving average for 13 months, spilling over into the next year. But again, to Bull's credit, we got back above the level. I gave you guys pretty much every significant level on then the QQQs, which including the 607 level. You've been watching the broadcast. I said, I don't want to even say the word long until we reclaim back the 607 level. Yada da. We got back above 607, and all we did was rally, right? That's the whole point. Below the 50-day, Qs went from 606 to 580, and above the 50-day, reclaiming back the 607 level, we have gone from 607 to close at the highs in the 619 area. Again, if you have never learned the damn thing from this channel, I'm a bozo, I'm a schmuck, I'm an idiot. King of the idiots, thank you very much for nearly almost 27 years doing this. But again, the most basic thing in technical analysis, above the 50-day, bullish, below the 50-day, bearish. The one thing I keep on hearing over and over again, yeah, we're above the 50-day moving average, but it's on light volume. Guys, again, how much volume do you need? Tesla trades 150 million shares a day. NVIDIA trades 200 million shares a day. How much liquidity do you need? These are all excuses. It's the same excuses as the market breaking below the 50-day moving average and saying cash is a position. No, cash is not a position. Cash is an excuse. If you trade both sides of the market, you know that the Qs went from 606 to 580 in 5 trading sessions. Again, don't confuse excuses with reality. The moral of the story is technical analysis is all you need. You don't need to listen to my opinion, to your opinion, to your next door's opinion, to your dog's opinion. All the price action that you need, all the data that you need is right in front of you. And now that we've gotten back above the 607 level, what does that mean? Well, it means as of right now, Santa Claus is back on, right? We talked about 607 close would be a very definitive area for the bulls to recapture. We recapture that, and now we have room all the way back to this upper channel here, roughly around the 627 level. Again, will the market go up every single day? Of course not. The same way I talked about when we lost the 50-day moving average, that the market was not going to go down every single day, and that was the case as well. So you will see some blips in the radar, but as long as we keep on holding the 607 level, you should be fine. Risk is back on, and the cool part about it, what's happening is once the Qs start building above the 50-day moving average, you're going to see more and more names get back above the 50-day moving average for their only green light. Not only the 50, but the 20-day as well. I'll get to some charts in a second, what I mean by that. But again, guys, just a heads up. I know there's like holiday sales all around. You have the Black Friday sales and the Cyber Monday and the this, that, and the Arbor Day and your dog sale. We just left one holiday link, right? It's like $50 for 30 days. Come kick the tires. You've been following along for years. You've been seeing the price action. You've been seeing the pivots in real time. You've been seeing everything. Now it's just kind of like to figure out, is this the right fit for you? It's one one link for the whole holiday seasons I think it's in the comments, whatever the case may be. Just click the link, 30 days, check it out. If it's a good fit for you, that's cool. If not, that's cool as well. But the most important part is you don't need 1,200 different promotions. It's in the comments right now for the rest of the holiday seasons. Hopefully you guys will take advantage of that. Other than that, right? We've seen some really great moves this week. In case you've been wondering where the hell I have been here. I just decided to take the last 2-3 days off from recording the video. Once I gave you guys a 607 level, I mean, how much more do you need to kind of figure out which the direction of the price action should be? And slowly but surely, we've had some really great moves this week, right? Really, really great moves this week. And again, like I said a couple of minutes ago, as long as we stay above 607, the 50-day moving average, consider it risk on. Once we drop back below, again, rip out your buy button until it reclaims it back to the upside. You're getting some really nice moves this week. The move of the week so far has been Meta. That has been the move. Again, I think the last video I recorded was on Tuesday, right? And I said, guys, watch Meta if it starts clearing out the bottom channel. We've seen some really aggressive call buying coming in with Meta for a while, right? I think this was the last pivot that you guys saw on the Tuesday video. 606.70 needs to build. They were coming for the 620 and the 630 calls. So then there was a pivot the other day, which I got long. I caught this thing twice really, really aggressively from the 625 area, traded all the way up to 640 pre-market. So that was a really, really big move. Meta's definitely been the biggest move for me this week. But then here we are. Let me just show you. Here we are. Where am I? Yeah, so the last pivot today was 638.83 needs to confirm the pre-market highs. That's also going to confirm Wednesday's channel, and Meta is trading at 647 right now, closed at the high of the day. It should test this 652, 653 level, which would be the next measure of potential. But phenomenal move, man. Phenomenal move. Congratulations for all you guys who are continuing to hold. And Vago went crazy. This was the big breakout on Wednesday. Again, there was no video, but a beautiful breakout. 388.13 needs to confirm. And then today it confirmed 399.87. And here is Avago. Beautiful move on Avago. Gorgeous, right? So it took out the 388 on Wednesday. Stock closed at the high of the day at 403. It still has a lot of room back to the upside for the 415 channel, which is this daily linear regression line. So that was very good as well. Amazon reclaimed the 50-day moving average Wednesday, right? Wednesday, and the starting to build. 232 got rejected twice. Needs to confirm. Here is Amazon. Got back above the 232 level, reclaimed the 50-day moving average. It closed right at the high of the day at 233.30s. Again, next measure of potential is roughly 236.67. Again, that's the whole point of the PS60 theory. Stocks trade from supply to supply. So the next supply zone is 236.70. So that nice move on Amazon. Google's not participating, right? Google had a great run. 316.79 short. That's the level now. It stopped twice. Guys, I'm literally giving you this level here. So if there is a back test on Google, you see this? All red bars as the market's rallying. If Google loses the 5-day moving average, I'm just literally going to give you the price here. 316.79. It stopped back-to-back days at 316.79. If Google comes back and starts losing that 316.79, it could give a gravity trade all the way back down to this 306 level. So just keep this in mind. Again, it's not really one of my priorities, but definitely keep an eye on Google. We talked about Meta and Meta. AMD is another one, 2713 needs to reclaim the 50-day moving average, kind of what we talked about in the last few minutes. It didn't quite reclaim the 50-day moving average, but it's getting very, very close within throws distance of the high of the day. And last but not least, this was my first trade of the day, was Tesla, right? So Tesla's below the 50-day, right? It's below the 50-day. I'm even showing you where the 50-day is, right? 433.68. So 427 confirmed, 429, the 1120 highs confirm, and it needs to test the 50-day moving average, 433.68. Tesla literally stopped within 50, 60 cents of the 50-day moving average. Now, guys, this is what happened when Tesla lost the 50-day moving average, right? It went from 421 all the way down to 382 in about 3 sessions, right? So if we could get back above the 50-day moving average, this is obviously my focus for the week. So, again, it's not imminent, but it's not that far as well. It closed within $3-4 of the 50-day moving average. If Tesla could reclaim the 50-day moving average on the close, guys, we have room all the way back to the top of the range of roughly 460s, 470s. Definitely one to watch for next week. So that's starting to look good as well. Other names I'm watching for next week, I like this consolidation on Apple. Apple is definitely one of the nicer names out there without supply. It never got even close to breaking down what we talked about for many, many weeks. I want to watch this thing above this week's range. So this thing looks really, really good. You're again going to see a lot of names waking up. There's a million charts, guys. I'm just going to show you some of the charts that I'm starting to watch. PLTR, it's going to need some work. As you can see here, the 50-day moving average is all the way up to like almost 180. So we're not anywhere near that. But as you can see how it's just going from the 5 to the 10, the 10 to the 20. All it's going to start moving up to these little levels. The more the price action in the market continues to build, so will it as well. So I'm going to start watching PLTR for next week. And NVIDIA, man, what is up with NVIDIA? NVIDIA just cannot get out of its own way. Eventually, you have to assume that if the market continues to go really, really aggressively, NVIDIA will wake up. But now it's putting in, 3 days, got rejected off supply. It's stopped here on daily supply. I'm going to watch this thing for next week to the downside. I mean, just in case it starts losing today's channel, I think this thing could get hit as well. So, guys, there's a lot of charts out there. They're starting to look good. Are we in the clear as far as every stock participating? Absolutely not. But at least now we are going in day 4 on Monday above the 50-day moving average. And as long as we continue to build above those levels, all these stocks organically will start pulled up. So again, if you are interested in pivots, guys, we got a general holiday link in the feed, in the descriptions, good for the whole holiday season. Again, I don't want to put on 28 different trials to kick the tires. It's like $50 for the month, 30 days. You'll quickly see the difference of price action, how the pivots are playing out organically in all types of markets. I hope you guys take advantage. If not, we'll still be social media friends. Guys, have a great night, everybody. God bless. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, and I'll see you on the field on Monday.